Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to my collectibles guide for Ghostrunner. This is going to be an all-in-one video, so we're going to get all of the collectibles, the swords, the artifacts and the audiologs all in one. Timestamps in description if you want to jump to a certain collectible. We're going to get them all in order, so I'm just going to cut between each one, show you them all in order via chapter select. You can use chapter select and you can quit out as soon as you have the collectible that you want and just move on. Be aware though that if you quit out of the game after that, it may cancel your collectible. It's weird. So if you're going to find one that you need, quit out of the level and then start a new level and then quit out of that and then come out of the game, or try and do it all in one go if you can. If one does disappear from chapter select, you can see in the bottom of the chapter select which ones you have. If one does disappear, then you can recollect it. It's not gone forever, but it is a little glitch that I ran into. But yeah, just start a new level and you should be okay. Now I'm using the detector upgrade here. This is one you get very early on. You can use it too if you like, and it will put a little yellow dot where the collectible is. Or if you want to save your space, then obviously use this video. Right, first chapter, chapter 1, Awakening. They're going to be all in order for these things. The game is very linear, so just keep going until you see this sign here. Duck under here, and then you're going to have to follow this path. It's going to be lots of linear points. I'm going to show you, obviously, landmarks that you're going to be able to note where you are. So once you jump across, you're supposed to carry on, but just turn around, jump up here, and you're going to get artifact number 1, the butterfly knife. And that's it for chapter 1. Nice and simple. Chapter 2, a look inside. So you're going to come down this ramp, you're going to slide down here, you'll enter this room with there's going to be 4 guys on one on each of these platforms. You can see them there. Kill them all. Once you've killed them all, you're going to continue on up here. This is the way you're supposed to go. So just go around here. Very simple one, this one. Literally round the corner from where you need to be. And that's it for chapter 2. Chapter 3, a few more this time. So you do a lot of platforming. You'll get to this section where you've got to jump across pipes and these platforms. And you're supposed to go left to carry on. But instead of going left, we're going to go right. So you're supposed to go that way. Instead, turn to the right and run back the way you came. So that's the way we came over there, that platform on the right hand side. And you're going to go across onto this pipe and you're going to find audiolog number 1. So there's 7 audiologs, 35 artifacts and 14 swords. You start with 1, so there's 15 in total. This next bit in chapter 3, keep going and you're going to do this big climbing section. So you're going to climb sort of halfway up. And you'll notice where you are. You'll recognise where you are when the walls start getting electric. And just keep going up. This is the way you're supposed to go. You're supposed to go up here. And you've got to dodge around this thing here. So do a quick correction if you need to. And up. And this is the way you're supposed to go. And literally just drop down here. And there it is. Nice and simple yet again. Some of them are pretty simple, to be honest. But some can be a bit trickier. Still in chapter 3. You're going to have come from this way, you'll have dropped through that chute, you'll jump up here, and you've got to run around here and hit a load of the blue balls, and there's going to be a few enemies on this ground section here. So once you've cleared them all out, run all the way to the opposite way that you're supposed to go, and you're going to find a random chicken guy. I don't know what that's all about, but there you go. And that's going to be the collectible there. Still in chapter 3, you're going to do this long slide near the end. And I'm actually going to stop the slide halfway through. You don't actually need to stop, do the whole sliding section. You can actually just drop down, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand up here, which is going to stop me. Don't have to slide down. I'm going to look over and just drop down to the bottom platform, because this is where we need to go. Again, this is all path. So you're supposed to go through that door there. Instead, come around here and grab the sword, number 1. I will switch to each sword as we get it. Again, these are all in order. But we're in chapter 4 now, jacked up. Again, story path. Keep going until you see all of these. You'll need to make this jump across. And the collectible's literally to the right hand side behind these crates. Sometimes I may drop on them, I didn't this time. But it'll always be there. You might not necessarily see it if it's behind a crate. Still in 4, jacked up. You'll be coming into this room. There'll be a bunch of enemies in here with these anchors everywhere. And again, just jump to the right hand side. Look behind. You can find the artifact number 5. chapter 4 still, jacked up. So you're going to jump, there's a section with lots of lasers and these platforms, and near the end of it you'll come to this section and then just jump again behind the crates and don't fall off. Yeah, so I did collect it there. So again, very obvious one, you'd have to go across that path. This is a big room, a big fight in this room, so you'll start over there and you'll come round here. There'll be a load of guys, and then look for this lift in the far left. You're supposed to carry on straight ahead, but instead go to the left and look for this lift, and then ride the lift up, and you're going to find the artifact at the top. A weird looking shank. It's called a shank, but it's just 2 syringes, so I'm not sure if that's actually a drug. I've not looked into that. Must be. I could probably read the text, but no. Right, we're in chapter 5, breathe in now. So you will have to use this slow down time thing here to go straight ahead, and there's going to be an enemy. But instead, grab the time slowdown, run back to the fan. You've already run past this fan. Run back to it, jump through it now that you've slowed it down, and you're going to get this projector. Still in chapter 5. You're going to hit this switch. This is the path. It's going to bring this anchor, and you're supposed to jump through that fan. But instead of doing that, go back the way you came, and it's going to set up this anchor point as well. So it's pretty much just after the previous one. And we're going to jump across and grab this artifact. Still in chapter 5. Jumping across and up. You're supposed to drop onto the anchor, but instead don't drop onto the anchor and go through the fan. Instead, jump up. So again, linear path, you do have to go across that. And then you get to this fan, or rotating platform. When you jump on this, you're supposed to dodge these things and then go straight ahead now. That's where you're supposed to go. Instead, carry on for a bit longer and jump off this end. So basically the right hand side, 3 o'clock from where you start. And grab the lemon tree. Look for this sign. You're going to go through the door, still in chapter 5, and you have to jump up this fan to carry on. So you have to do exactly what I'm doing right now to carry on. Instead of carrying on, turn around, jump back on the fan, and it's going to blow you up onto here and get audiolog number 2. Got there in the end.
Getting old. I mean, for the love of God.
Chapter 5, still, you'll need to hit this switch and you'll rotate this platform. And this is the way you're supposed to go to get back. Go across and then you'll jump across that way. Instead, turn around, jump up here, and you're going to find this artifact. So again, it does look like I'm chopping and cutting, but these are all points you're going to hit, so don't worry. So this anchor point's going to come across. You've got to rotate this crane to go to the right hand side, but I'm rotating it back the way it started. And as it's rotating, I'm going to jump across into the middle section and grab this. So we started on the left, jumped across to the crane, and you've got to move it to go to the right. But instead, jump on it halfway through and grab this sword. So still in breathe in. After the sort of VR section, whatever you want to call it, turn around. All the fans will have started now. Jump up here. Nice and simple. So you did see it there. I did collect it, obviously. But yeah, it was right at the top there. So that's as soon as you finish that VR section. Again, you have to do that. Still in breathe in. We're going back. The way you came, you're supposed to backtrack this whole point now. So I'm going to keep going backtracking. And then you're going to jump up here. You've run past here the first time. You've already been past here. So you would carry on to go straight on. This time we're going to just go this way and go through this fan. Only just making it though. I don't know how I actually get through there, to be honest. And grab that item. So you're supposed to go through that first fan from where the time slowdown item is. But instead go right. Again, path. It's all path. This bit is now in chapter 6. So with these guys, it's a good idea to slow down. So this is right at the start, chapter 6. That first guy with the shield, jump round him, kill him, and then jump underneath where you start, and you'll find this artifact. Still in chapter 6. You're going to have slid down here. There's going to be a bunch of enemies in this room. Look for this elevator in the corner. You're supposed to go through this door to carry on. Instead, jump up here, turn around, and here it is. Again, a lot of them are very simple. But if you're not using the detector, you can easily miss most of them. Still in Chapter 6, you'll need to do this wall run. And jump down, and you're going to get to this point. Instead of going through the fan, turn back around, do a little number there, and jump round here. There's probably an easier way, but I found that was the quickest way, to be honest. And get the artifact. So I've come across these rotating things here, all the way around here, through here. There's enemies through here as well. You're supposed to go across that second one to jump across, but instead, jump over these crates here, and you're going to find this sword. Still in Chapter 6, you've got to go this way. You've got to go through that narrow section with the rotating fan thing. Instead, turn around, look for this mesh, and do a wall run all the way to the end. And find this artifact, and that's the final one for Chapter 6. Right, on to Chapter 7. So, you will have fought your way through. You'll slide down there, and you'll come to this point. It's right at the end of the first section, with all the guys shooting at you and the horrible things that kill you if you hit them. With the last one, turn around, jump back through it, and look for the item. So that's the very first section with all the hot blocks. So this is where you first meet the robot. Don't go that way yet. I'm just showing you where we are. Turn back around, jump up here, and there you can just see it briefly, but I landed on top of it, and you can get Audiolog number 3. So yeah, look for the robot, and when you see the robot, turn around. So we've come across this section, we've run across here, you've got to jump up here, but instead, drop down. It's as simple as that. That's a very easy sword to get hold of. That's it for Chapter 7. Nothing in Chapter 8, so moving on to Chapter 9. You'll have come across all of these. You'll handrail over the top. You'll get to this point, and then when you do, turn back around, take the rail back, and jump through to get this sword. So we're going back on ourselves again. Again, you have to use those rails to get to the point where I was stood. When you do, just turn around and go and get them. So when you get to these propulsion pickups, you got to go this way. This is what you're supposed to do. And you're supposed to go pick that one up and carry on. Instead of doing that, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to jump up here. And I've just landed on it. You saw it underneath me. But that was artifact number 19. Unfortunately, I did land on it. I do apologise. I tried not to. And then straight away from there, this is where we were. We've just carried on. So I've jumped up instead of... that's where the previous collectible was. I've jumped up now, killed the two guys. Instead of carrying on across the rail there, jump across this screen, go all the way around the back of the fence section, and grab this one. The Shabby teddy bear. Still in Chapter 9. You're going to go through this train tunnel. You have to walk through here. And once you do, look for this. And you've got to go left. But instead, try and take the rail to the right. And you're going to get this artifact here, hidden in this. It's probably one of the more hidden ones, to be honest. Little container here. Still Chapter 9. You're going to jump across all these drones. You're going to slam into this guy, kill this one here, and then you're going to have this screen here that you need to rotate. So this is the way you're supposed to go. And instead of carrying on to the right hand side, turn this screen back around, jump across, get artifact 22, kill a priest. I wonder if that's a comic or anything to do with the rapper. I don't know. Right, on to Chapter 10. So you will have slid down there and taken those screens across. There's going to be enemies around here. And you're going to carry on this way. And then you're supposed to slide down there. But instead, we're going to run. Not this is whatever that was. Supposed to run across the screen, but didn't. So instead of sliding down, just look to the left and you'll see this sword. Still in chapter 10, Echoes, you will jump across this sign and you'll come into this short bit here. You'll run down here, there'll be a bunch of guys here, a couple of guys. You'll go across here, there'll be some more in here. There'll be a robot as you come across here. But instead of that, carrying on, we're going to jump across, do the wall run, and find this sword up here. So there's the door to get out. You can see me directly ahead of me there. Still in chapter 10. You'll come across here. There'll be a guy to the right hand side here, and then there'll be a robot just after the sign. Come around here. There'll be a few more guys around here. We're going to jump up. We're going to take this this rail up to the top. Eventually, there we go, and then run across this pipe. So you need to go this way. You're going to carry on,
or join Mara.
but instead of actually carrying on, turn around and run across this pipe to get an audio log number 4. And then directly after that one, we are actually going to carry on. So I'm going to jump back down. So exactly where we just were, I'm going to jump back down, take this this back up. And then this is the path you would take. You'll jump up here and then carry on through the door there. But instead, you can go across the top there if you can try and make that jump if you want. I did it this way instead. Sort of jump onto this bit. You can stand here and then try and jump up. There's the item you can see up there, the collectible. Try and do a high jump up and onto it there. Or you can try it from the opposite side if you like. Still in chapter 10. So you will use this. This is where the sniper is. You need to do this part. You need to block your way with this sign from the sniper. Instead of carrying on, look to the left. And you're going to find this one behind this. Is it an air duct? I think it was. And then obviously going to carry on and do the sniper. Good luck with that. Right, another bit, this section here, you're going to turn that platform round and then you'll come up to this top bit, taking the that round section up. And then you're going to jump across here. And then you're still going to come round here. This is all still part of the path. The idea is you pick up this propulsion kind of pick up thing here. And then you jump directly ahead. But instead, use it to jump up here. And you're going to find the artifact number 25. Right, on to chapter 11 now. So right near the end of chapter 11, you're going to be on a train. You're going to have a bunch of guys here on this flatbed platform. As you're just walking through the train, look to the left. It's as simple as that. Yeah, that's all there is in chapter 11, faster. Nice simple one. So once you get on the train, just look to the left in the compartment there. Chapter 12, this one is story related. You will pick this up. So there is a boss fight in chapter 12 in her own image, should I say. Once you beat the boss fight, you're going to do this sort of VR section, and then you'll come out of the VR section, and you'll see that you've got a new sword number 10. So this one you will definitely get. So don't worry about this one. There it is. I've put it in afterwards because I forgot to take it, but there are the rest as well. Right, chapter 13, the Forbidden Zone. Turrets will be introduced. Run past this first turret and you need to jump up here to kill it, which is what I'm going to do. And then instead of going through the door on the left hand side, we're going to carry on back the way we came and jump up here. And the starting position is directly below me now to the left there. So we've come full circle and picked that one up after taking care of the turrets. A little bit further on, we'll have slid down there. There'll be a guy on this platform. There'll be a guy on this platform here. And then you'll need to jump up. There'll be a guy here as well. And then what we're going to do instead of carrying on is try and wall run all the way around and get on top of where we were. So this is the part where we slid down. We're back on top. So to get out that way, we'd actually go right from where when you slide down, you'd go to the right. Right, so now there's going to be turrets on turrets on turrets. There'll be one watching each other, so there'll be 3. We're at the bottom one. You can see the door to leave there on the left-hand side. Instead of leaving, jump up where the lowest turret was to get this artifact. This bit, it's like a horseshoe, like a train station almost. You'll be outside. There'll be 2 of the melee guys that jump at you. You'll need to take this up. So once you do, drop down, and instead of taking the next one up, just drop down. As simple as that. So again, it's all story path. Don't worry, you're not going to be missing any of this. And then after that, you're going to slide down here, There's going to be 2 robots ahead of you. There's going to be one to the left. To the left, and there's going to be one directly ahead. So there's the one on the left. There's the one directly ahead. Once you've taken care of those 2, slide underneath here, and you're going to find it really simple on this one. And that is it for chapter 13. Yes, it is. Now on to chapter 14, Rain in Hell. So this is right near the beginning. This is where we need to get down to. So you'll have come down from that corridor, and then this is actually quite hard, probably one of the more difficult platforming sections, to be honest. You'll need to get this shuriken, and you'll need to freeze the thing so you can get through the fan. But instead of doing that, be as quick as you can, use dash to get all the way back to this door, and then throw it at this to open it up. And there we go. Sword number 12. So yeah, you do need to be quick with that one. Might take a bit of practice for that. So carrying on, you'll open this door up, and then you'll come to this section here, and instead of carrying on to the left hand side, just drop down and slow down time and dash forward. So that's after you've opened the door. There's like a door that slightly moves, and you have to hit a switch to open it. So once you've gone through that, just drop down the first opportunity you get. So after sliding across that one, there'll be these walls on either side. You'll have the exploding guys turning up. So carry on through, and then you'll need to take this rail up to the left, but instead of doing that, take the rail to the right, and you'll find it. Sword number 13, nearly there with the swords. Chapter 14 again, so we'll have come across there. You'll go across this electric bit, and then you'll go up here. That's where you're supposed to go. So we'll jump across, and then we'll just jump back. It's as simple as that. So again, you will literally use all of the bits I've just used to carry on. Instead of going left, just go right. Really simple. So another rail here. So you'll actually use that rail to come up to this point. It's where all the exploding things are that will chase you. There'll be 2 as you drop down here. And it's literally to the right hand side. So this section is quite quick. There's lots of those exploding ones, so it kind of forces you through it. But if you take your time and come back, then you'll find that one. And then when you get to this square room, there'll be the teleporting guys. And then once you've done that square room, you're going to carry on here. Instead of going to the left hand side, look to the right. As simple as that. So after the one with the square rail going around all the way around it, carry on the path, jump to the right instead of going left. Simple as that. Right, chapter 15. This is the final chapter with any collectibles. So there are 2 chapters after this, but they don't have collectibles. So you'll go to this point with the big vats, jump up. This is actually quite a hard jump to hit that rail. You might need to dash forward. So when you see the big vats, instead of carrying on, just turn around and take the rail back. And you're going to get this this artifact, the radio collar. Continuing on, you'll get to this point. So we've just gone through the door. So this is the path you need to take. You're going to jump across on all these rails. But instead of carrying on, just take the first one and then jump across. And it's quite a hard run all the way around. But you should be able to make it. And then on top here, we're going to have artifact 34. So instead of going left on the rails, go right.
Down from the trees.
So we've just come across these rails now. This is where you need to go. You need to go this way. So we've gone through the door there, and then we're going to carry on. This is all the story path. You need to do this exact thing, same thing. But instead of when we get to the top, so you'll be on top of here, you have to come this way. But instead of carrying on, we're just going to jump to the left hand side. It's a big jump, so you will need to use dash to try and make it. And then you'll find it around the back of here. And that is the final sword. So you should get a fine edition trophy or achievement. And then you'll be in this big room, and you've got loads of rails all the way around. Quite a hard room, but you can actually skip this one for the most part. So just do this first section, and then instead of carrying on to the left hand side as you normally would, look to the right, do a wall run, and look for this pick up here. Obviously pick it up and jump onto this vat dead ahead, and you're going to find the final audiolog and get the About Adam trophy. So you can actually use that to miss this whole room as well. And then finally you'll come to this big room. You'll go all the way across. You'll use the jumping point, so you'll start there, You'll go across using the rails and things. You'll use these 2 pickups to jump up to this point. And then I'm showing you from here because if you do accidentally miss, we're supposed to be on top of the one we're on now. But if you do miss it, you can jump back down here. This is the end point of this room. And use the pickup to jump back up. So this is halfway through now. And then use the pickup to jump into the middle. So if you do miss, you can go back and try it again. Get this pickup. And then you get artifact number 35. And that is every collectible in the game. So once you've got one man's trash, you should also get the so-called platinum for the collectibles, which is Junkrunner for finding all of the collectibles. And then I get the platinum as well. Right. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.